All right, we've got main idea. It's from the 19th century, so that's the 1800s. So yeah, it might be hard to read, but let's just see what we do. It's like a poem. Just try the best you can, get some big ideas, and you're good. So it's from this short story. The narrator is part of a group traveling in a hot air balloon at night. The Earth no longer seems to exist. It is buried in milky vapors that resemble a sea. We are now alone in space with the moon, which looks like another balloon traveling opposite us. And our balloon, which shines in the air, appears like another, larger moon, a world wandering in the sky amid the stars through infinity. We no longer speak, think, nor live. We float along through space in delicious inertia. The air which is bearing us up has made us all beings which resemble itself. Silent, joyous, irresponsible beings, peculiarly alert, although motionless. What's the main idea of the text? I don't know. It's about the people in a balloon. What else is there to say? It's about people riding in a balloon. Let's just see if there's a choice that's literally like people riding in a balloon. Okay. Like this is the main idea. I don't know. A, the narrator feels a growing sense of isolation, even though those companions are nearby during the balloon ride. Isolation? No, it's not about isolation from people. I mean, the Earth no longer seems to exist. I get what they're doing. We are now alone in space with the moon, but now you're with the moon. We no longer speak, think, nor think, nor live. We float along in delicious inertia. I mean, the person's not lonely. Like, that would be a sense of isolation, would be like lonely, like I miss people, but that's not what it's saying. It's not really talking about other people at all. So, there's companions? No, this is just wrong. B, the narrator and his companions are completely absorbed in the change in perspective they gain while riding in the balloon. Maybe, right? The Earth no longer seems to exist. Okay, that's a change in perspective, I guess. We no longer speak, think, nor live. Yeah, I don't know. This just feels like it could be right, mostly because it barely says anything at all. Yeah, they're in the balloon, and it's cool, I guess. I don't know. Let's look at C. The narrator and his companions are troubled, that's very negative, by the disorienting effects of the altitude while riding in the balloon. No, they're not like sick. They don't have altitude sickness. This is also just very negative. What's this passage? It seems positive to me, right? Joyous, right? They're alert. I don't know. Delicious inertia. It just doesn't seem bad. Maybe neutral. I don't know. But negative? I don't think so. So yeah. D, the narrator is pleasantly surprised by his companion's unrestrained enthusiasm about the sensation of riding the balloon. Why do they keep bringing up the companions? Who are the companions? Where are there other people in here, right? It doesn't seem like it says it's part of a group, but it's not about the other people. It's just this narrator saying things. I don't know. He's surprised. That's also a very strong word, right? Is there anything in this passage that indicates surprise? I don't think so. And there's unrestrained enthusiasm. That's like yelling and jumping and screaming and shouting that you're so happy and overjoyed, but like, I don't know, it said they were silent, right? We no longer speak nor live, right? Like, it doesn't sound like they're jumping up and down. I wouldn't on a hot air balloon. So I guess B is right. I mean, notice we didn't really have a very strong dumb summary here. The dumb summary is they're in a balloon and they're describing it. And B is kind of like, yeah, we're absorbed in the perspective we get from being in the balloon. Like, it's about the balloon and our description of it. Like, there's not much to this. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe you think reading this stuff that there's some deeper meaning, and maybe there is, but that's not going to come up in these choices. So just really surface level, guys. That's all you need to do. And if a choice doesn't feel correct, and I think this is important here, if something like choice B comes along and it doesn't feel correct, you can't eliminate it. Right? Notice anytime I get rid of a choice, it's because it's wrong. I know why it is wrong. I have a reason to prove it wrong and to cross it out. But if something just doesn't have that reason, but it doesn't also feel correct, I leave it alone. It might be right. It is very often the case that I end up picking right answers that are not particularly good or not particularly clearly good is in terms of the passage. So you've got to be okay with that. And just remember, don't cross things out because you've got a bad feeling about it. Cross things out because you find a word or a phrase that you don't like and does not match with what the passage is saying. That's a reason to cross it out. Anything else, leave in. It might be right.